Alright, it looks like we're up and running, off to the races. And hey, there was an update this week, and I actually remembered to update the game. I didn't just click start stream, and then, like, oh shit, update, what? No, I actually remembered this time. Woo! Oh, God. Oh, interesting. Now, I only... if I'm being honest, I only sort of remembered because of, we have some other Splatoon news tonight, and I know the news was predated with, hey, there's a new update. Guess what? They nerfed this guy. They nerfed Sloshing Machine, but in exchange they buffed S-Blast? That sounds right in my head. And we'll, of course, get into the important information later. So, Beach won. Team Beach. They won. I mean, look at that. Yeah. You know, not a bad... As long as Team Palace didn't win, I don't really care. I guess we'll probably talk about this in a little bit, but they did announce the next Splatfest as well. It's rice versus bread versus pasta? Oh, shit. Oh, it's just extra work. Who cares? Who gives a shit about extra work? I don't. I don't care about extra work. I do not like Bluefin Depot. I'll be honest, I'm sick of that stage. Brinewater I like. I think Brinewater is a decent stage. So yeah, we actually do have some... Yeah, I think bread, pasta, and the other thing. That's rice. It's starches. I think that makes sense. I'm obviously going Team Pasta, like, duh. But, yeah. But we'll get to that. Because they, on top of announcing that Splatfest, they announced the one after that as well. Alright, let's get our shirt. How this became our gear, I have no... I honestly don't even remember what our gear was like before this. I know I have it saved somewheres, but literally zero recollection. So, in the past week, my phone broke. Yay! So yeah, my phone broke. It sucks. So I've had to get a new one. God. I just, the word is fixing all the settings. That's just the worst part. Like, oh my god. Because, you know, you have all your perfect settings, or as perfect as you can get them. And even though, you know, when you buy a new phone, they're like, oh yeah, we can transfer all your settings over from your old one. It's like, oh, that'd be convenient. And then it doesn't. So, I don't know. I'm in uncharted territory right now. We'll see how it goes. I only got it today. I bought one of those flip phones because they just announced the new ones, so the old ones are on sale. And I've always kind of been... I bought the flip, not the horizontal flip, the vertical flip, right? The one where it's like a little square and then it turns into a big square instead of it, or, you know, into a rectangle, instead of, you know, the one that starts off as a square, as like a rectangle, and then turns into a square, like it folds along the long edge. This one folds along the short edge. I don't know. It's new, but, you know, right, they were cheap because, you know, the new one. So I was like, you know, it'll work. Because I've always kind of been curious And I don't know, I've heard mixed things, but I'm willing to give it a shot. If I don't like it, I'm not in a long contract for it, so yeah, we'll see if as things change in the next year. But I'm at least gonna try it. So it's been a hectic week for me. There's been a few other annoying little things, but what you gonna do? No. So what do we have 2 Nintendo stories tonight. Very small stories, you know, nothing major. I do have a fair few things for WIBE. No movies. I didn't see Twister. I do plan on seeing Deadpool next week, though, so we will definitely be talking about that next week. But no, I didn't see Twister. I don't like the original Twister. Right, the original 96 movie? I don't know, whatever. I don't care for the original Twister. And so this new one does very little to, like, entice me. But I've heard people say it's good. So, you know, maybe I'll get around to it. But no, we have a few TVs. I have a few comic books to talk about. Not, you know, not just traditional books. We've got, like, comic books, which I don't really talk about that much. I mean, ever since we stopped talking about the Champions, I feel like that was the last time I really talked about comic books. But I have a few things. I have a few food things. We got some Tacos Bell. We got some Mountain Dew. I was finally able to find the new flavors of the red, white, and blue Mountain Dews. Or at least the red and the white ones. I haven't found the blue one. So we have that to talk about. What are their actual names? I have no fucking idea. I'll be honest, I cannot remember the names. I'm gonna have to Google them. But yeah, so we got a few things to talk about tonight. Yeah, so I guess let's get into it. So our first thing is a follow-up to last week's story. So last week we were talking about a game called Emio. Nintendo was teasing this new M-rated horror game, and people were freaking out. What was it? You know, oh my god, Nintendo's doing an M-rated horror game? I mean, it is the end of the Nintendo Switch lifespan, you know, they might as well. So, you know, there was a lot of speculation about what it was going to be. My thought was Famicom Detective Club. That was my first thought. You can look at the footage last week. But I figured it was going to be Photo Frame, right? Because, you know, Nintendo likes Photo Frame for some reason. And then, surprise, surprise, I was right. It was Famicom Detective Club. Yeah, I guess the Famicom Detective Club games from like 2 years ago, they did well enough for, you know, somebody at Nintendo cares. Yoshido. I think it's Yoshido who's the series producer. Right, he cares enough that, right, they decide to make a new one. And yeah, it's M-rated. That's very interesting. I'll be honest, will I actually play? I know some people were super disappointed by this announcement because, you know, maybe they were expecting more. You know, they were expecting, like, Nintendo's Silent Hill or something like that. Nintendo's Resident Evil. And instead, it's a video game, graphic novel thing. What are those called? Interactive novels? Because, I mean, again, the original 2 Famicom Detective Clubs are Famicom games from the 1980s. I mean, they never released in America until, like I said, like 2 years ago. But yeah, it's real interesting. I want to say the director-producer is Yoshida, who is the guy who did Metroid Dread. So, right, the main producer of Metroid Dread, Metroid Fusion, a few other of the Metroid games, Other M, right? It's him. I don't know if he's did the original 2 as well, but I know I want to say the official video reveal of this had him in it. So that's, you know, I think it's interesting. I actually do kind of wish that they would put the first 2 games on sale, because you can buy the first 2 Famicom Detective games they've never gone on sale. You can buy them both on the eShop for $50. And I feel like now would be the perfect time to be like, sometime before this releases. I don't remember what the release date for this is. But sometime before this game releases, I think it would be very apt of Nintendo to be like, hey, have you never played Famicom Detective Club and you're curious about the new one? Well, no worries. It's 50% off right now. So I think that would be great, because I might actually pick it up. Because, again, I've heard some good things. It's kind of like that, Another Code, where it's like, yeah, I've heard some good things about these games. I've never played them, but I've heard good things. So you never know. I definitely think the marketing for this has been, right, I know people are disappointed, but I think the marketing has worked, because, like, if this had been an announcement in a Nintendo Direct, nobody would have cared. Oh, wow, a new Famicom Detective Club, who cares? And while I know some people are now like, oh, who cares? There is this element of, like, because Nintendo spent, like, a weekend building up this mystery, a little more than a weekend, probably like 5 days, people now care all of a sudden. Right? Like, people care now, at least a little bit, right? There's definitely someone who will now play this game because of this weird viral marketing, who wouldn't have played this game if it had just been in a Nintendo Direct. And that's, I would say for Nintendo anyways, that's probably worth something. But yeah, there's also a collector's edition. I might be Japan exclusive, but there might also be a collector's edition of this, which is, that's neat. Oh shit, did Jimmy Carter just die? Fuck, I think I killed Jimmy Carter. Fuck, did Jimmy Carter die? God damn, I was making a joke yesterday. So, there's a lot of talk about whether or not, President Biden will resign. Or, not resign, but, he'll drop out of the race for the upcoming presidential election. I really hope it happens. I really do. And as part of that, yesterday I was talking to someone about it, and I made a joke about Jimmy Carter, and how, he just needs to live until October 1st, and he'll be 100 years old. Fuck, did I kill Jimmy Carter? Am I gonna have to send that in the group chat now? Fuck, I might have just killed Jimmy Carter. That's a joke, by the way. This is all a joke, right? This is a reference to a Rooster Teeth bit. He might not even be dead, honestly. I cannot tell because of Twitter. He was a good, and he made, I don't know how he was as president, way before my time, obviously. But in his post-presidential career, he wasn't bad. Yeah, he wasn't bad, right? He spent a lot of time building houses, for, I don't remember if it was for the homeless or for the impoverished. I don't remember what the exact deal was, but he spent a lot of time building houses. And, I can give him some credit for that. So, yeah. Fuck. I definitely should not have opened that with... Oh, shit, I actually... That's, a lot this week. So, but between this week and last week, somebody tried to kill the president. And as a result of that, I feel like a lot of people are putting their foot in their mouth because of that. I honestly, the day it happened, I was in a bad place. Like, I was, there was just this feeling of, like, despair, because Trump's going to use this, right? Like, Trump's campaign, right there, besides for people putting that image of him holding up his fist on shirts, as part of their campaign, they're going to use the slogan, "He took a bullet for America." Right? That's going to be a part of his campaign. And I just had this feeling of overwhelming despair. Because, I was like, oh no, Trump's going to win another 4 years. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Because I do not want Trump to win. If it's not clear, I do not want Trump to win. Fuck Trump. But, after that 24 hours, I had some sleep. I didn't post anything on Twitter. And honestly, I'm feeling, like 6 days later, I'm definitely feeling a lot better about the whole shebang. right? Like, I'm feeling, like, especially now that he's elected J.D. Vance, who's an unwinnable candidate. Yeah, no, we're definitely in a lot better of a place. And with Biden potentially dropping out, I think the Democrats stand a good chance. Potentially. I don't know. Gosh. It was bad. It was... I'm glad I rarely post on Twitter. Because if I had been posting on Twitter that day... Ooh, the shit I might have said. And then it broke up Tenacious D, man. Love Tenacious D. Gosh dang it, Jack Black. Why'd you have to ruin Tenacious D? And I blame this on... I know Kyle Gass was the guy who said it, but Jack Black's the one who broke them up. No, I blame Jack Black for all that. Doesn't surprise me, sadly, but it breaks my heart. And that is the last we're going to talk about any of this. Let's continue on. So, we have some new Splatoon 3 information. So, like I mentioned earlier, we have the next Splatfest, which is going to be... I'm going to double check right now. I want to say it's rice versus pasta versus... whatever the third thing was. Let me look it up real quick. Where is it? Come on, I know I saw it here the other day. Alright, let me go to a different... Let me check the Reddit. Alright, we're gonna stop that. It is... So, on August 9th through the 11th, it's bread versus rice versus pasta. So that is the next Splatfest, right? We cooked up a theme for the next Splatfest, or you could say Starch Fest. This time it's asked, which would you eat every day? Bread, rice, or pasta? Bread is good, you know. I think of the classic Scott Pilgrim. If I could eat garlic bread every day, I would. Classic bread. So I get that. Rice is okay. You know, I love me a good fried rice, man. I can't make it worth a damn. Like, I cannot make fried rice to save my life. But there's a local place that's just so good. You know, everyone's got that local hole in the wall. It's so good. And then pasta's amazing. I love pasta. I'm the only one in my family who likes pasta. Most everybody else hates it. Somehow, you know, something as we got older, me and my brothers, basically all our food tastes are completely different, right? What one person likes, the other two hates, so on and so forth. We're all very picky in our own unique ways, and I'm the one who likes pasta. So, yeah. But, like, the picture they shows like a very, like, green pasta, like a pesto style pasta. Like, if they had just done noodles and left it up to interpretation, like, oh, it could be rice noodles, it could be, you know, pasta, it could be like ramen noodle. I feel like that would have been a little bit more open. I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, this is very specifically Italian pasta. I don't know. I know growing up, my mother's family, every meal had a side dish of pasta, right? It doesn't matter what it was, there was always a side dish of pasta, right? So, but I'm going pasta. I'm going pasta. I can tell you that right now. But after that, we did get a little bit more. We got, let's see, does this work? Oh, boom. There we go. Oh, that is loud in my ear. So, this is the trailer for so, like, within a day of us getting this, right, the new Splatfest, they announced this. And then all the collabs. And there's our final theme. Which is the most important to you? The past, the present, or the future? And then, of course, they're obviously right. Callie and Marie are the past. Pearl and Marina are the present. And then Frey, Shiver, and Big Man are the future. Because, you know, we all kind of figured the Splatfest was going to be, right, Squid Sisters versus Off the Hook versus Deep Cut. Of course, I'm glad they add in that little element. I feel like if it had just been that, it would have been fine. But, you know, this makes things a little bit more interesting. It also, of course, we always have to think about what does this mean for the next game. Because this is the final Splatfest. Let's be real here. If you want my take, you know, the past is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today's a gift. That's why they call it the present. So that's what team I'm probably going to go. Also, yes, it's partially because of the idol group. Like, it's not just, like, yes, Master Oogway saying is important, but no, it is partially the idol group. So I do have some questions about this. So this is the train station from the start of the game. I don't think this might be a new stage. I don't think it's a new stage, though. This might be a hub area. Like, even if it's just like a cutscene style hub area. The fact that we're entering in here, you know, we have these big crowds. I want to say I love all of these outfits. That was something that I loved that they started doing. They tested it out at the very end of Splatoon 2, and then about a year into Splatoon 3, they started doing this a bunch, where they give the idols their own outfits. I love that idea, and I wish they had done it more. Because they only did it, I think the first time they did it was the Halloween Splatfest. And I think every idol group got, like, 2 outfit changes. You know, their primary outfit, a secondary outfit, and then a slight modification of their primary outfit. So, yeah, but I think these are all brand new outfits. I love some of these new outfits. Of course, they're holding hands because they love each other. God, I wish they had just confirmed it, man. Like, because, you know, now I always have to say, well, you know, I have to make the joke. Is it ironic? Right, I have to make the joke, but there's some level of jokeness to it. Whereas instead if it had just been canon, it wouldn't be a joke at all. But yeah, no, and again, great outfits. And then, love these ones as well. I love what they did with the hair, right? The devil horns, the little spiky things. God, Big Man's spikes. He's just got, like, spike suspenders. So great. But yeah, no, I think all the outfits look great. See, this is what I was talking about, where there's, like, a venue area. Because you have this place where, you know, you can see the idols perform in their normal outfits. But then you've got this big stage where you see all of them performing together, and you see them all performing in, right? Like, look at this. Like, there's clearly something going on here. I don't know what it is. We're going to, of course, have to find out. But I don't think this is a new stage. I think this is, like, a new hub area style place. Or, you know, just an area you can walk around. Like, there's something here, obviously. We're going to have to wait to find out. This is going to be the final Splat, right? Splatoon's get 2 years of content. This is the final year of right? This was the final year. I wish they'd give it a little more. They might when the Switch 2 comes out. Because I guarantee you Splatoon, unless they make a new one, which I kind of don't see, I could realistically seeing them porting, right? Splatoon 3, I think, is a very logical game to be one of the first to get, like, a, hey, for 10 extra bucks, you can play the upgraded Splatoon 3, and then they add another, like, 6 months to a year of content. Not anything major, just, like, the third weapon kits and some new Splatfests and some stuff like that, but I could see them doing that. maybe a new stage or two. Right, just small stuff. No new just new kits, no new actual weapons. But yeah, no, it's been a good, you know, I stand by, I believe the Tricolor Splatfest is a failed experiment. It was a neat idea, but the fact that one of the characters went a full year without winning once, right, this ain't this ain't a ranked voting system, right? There's clearly something wrong here. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But this is a good way to end it. And I'll definitely be there. The other announcement that came with this is, if we go over to Twitter over here, we got new Splatoon amiibos. Yeah, with the release of Sora in February, we just kind of all figured that amiibos were dead forever, because they have not released an amiibo since February. And we're now in July. And so I was just like, oh yeah, amiibos are dead. No, sure enough, they're doing 4 new amiibo. We don't know if these give new costumes or if they just give the previous Pearl and Marina / Callie and Marie costumes. We don't know yet. My guess is going to be they're going to give new costumes. I think it'd be weird if they didn't. But I mean, there is precedent to say that they won't, because I know they've done repeat costumes at least once before. But they've also never really... they've kind of done stuff like this. So, yeah. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? So, yeah, we got Pearl and Marina in their side order outfit. I love these outfits so much. I've talked about this before. I think these are great outfits. I love the gold and silver ink, right? The Chaos and Order ink. So good. I think these amiibos look great. I love these outfits so much. But we also got Callie and Marie from the story mode, from the Alterna mode, right? I can't remember what the official name is. And yeah, it's in their new outfits. Admittedly, Callie's new outfit isn't much different from her original, but Marie's got her umbrella. I think they look good. I think these are good-looking amiibo. I don't think the trailer revealed what day the final Splatfest is. Yeah, it doesn't say. But, these amiibos come out September 5th. So I'm going to assume the final Splatfest is sometime after that. We don't know, obviously. But yeah, these amiibo, they do have a confirmed release date of September 5th. So yeah, they look great. Grand Fest looks great. The amiibo are up for pre-order right now. I don't know where they have it. Somewhere's over. They're up on like Best Buy or whatever. So if you're interested in those, you can get them. But yeah, new Splatoon stuff. I'm excited for the Grand Fest. Yes, this is the final fest. Because another interesting thing that came out is that normally in every Splatoon update, whenever a new update comes out, they say like, hey, you know how in Minecraft, whenever they release a new update, the final note in the updates are always removed Herobrine? In Splatoon, whenever they do an update, the final note is always more content to come in the future. The update that just came out yesterday that added, the 8.1 patch did not have that note in it. It may just be something they forgot, maybe. It may just be like them keeping a surprise. But no, I genuinely think that this was that the final update is going to add all these grand festival things, and this is the final Splatfest. That is my genuine belief, because it's been 2 years, right? I want to say Splatoon originally released on like September 20th, 2022. We're now in 2024. The final Splatfest is going to be around then. Which team are you choosing? Which team are you all choosing? I'm going Team Present, obviously. But yeah. Just a lot, I just find it funny that they announced next month's Splatfest to then immediately overshadow it with the biggest one. I don't know if it's there's definitely some sort of new thing, but I don't know what. And yeah, Present forever. Yeah, let's go. I don't know if it's going to be a new stage, a new hub area, right? Maybe they bring back like a shifty station style thing for the final, right? That's the final stage. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're definitely going to do something. So yeah. Alright, I guess let's get back to the actual game. So yeah, that's all the Splatoon info. I hope we get some new outfits, man. I know it's the very end of the game, but I love some of those amiibo outfits. They sadly save the best outfit, at least some of the best outfits, for the amiibo. Yeah, past sucks and future is uncertain. The patch notes for Minecraft are usually on Mojang's website. It would not surprise me if that whole Herobrine thing they stopped doing like 5 years ago. Because I know that was a joke for a long time, but it would not surprise me if Mojang just had stopped doing that. Sadly, because you know Mojang sucked all the fun out of their game. Finally buy your first amiibo. Yeah, I have so many. I have so many of the stupid things. But they look... That's the one thing I will give... You know, I would rather... I wish Funko Pops had, like, a tenth of the quality that Amiibos do. Man, Amiibos are so nice. And for the same price... so good. Do you not know what Herobrine is? Wait, are you being serious? Do you not know what Herobrine is? Am I being joshed right now, or is this just me showing how old I am? I mean, I guess it's theoretically plot. I mean, I am old. People are younger than me. I guess it's theoretically possible. No, you know what Herobrine is. Talking about who or what he is. It's a creepypasta, man. It's just another creepypasta. I kind of wish they would just add him to the game. You know? I kind of wish they would just, like, actually do it. Because... It's one of those things where it's like... There's enough lore there. There's enough name recognition. Adding Herobrine... like, on one hand, it would be desperate, but on the other hand, I don't know, I think it'd be neat. I think it'd be a neat thing, right? Like, kind of like make it, right, where you have to build the gold monument with the redstone torches and the fire, and I think it'd be fun, but I know they'll never do it, because Mojang is allergic to adding fun things to their game. No, he's nothing. It was a story made up. Now and you know, it was so fun. Because I've seen, like, have you seen those modern day Minecraft videos that add in, like, horror elements and they add in, like, Wendigos and other, like, big scary monsters? And it's just like, it's kind of like the Backrooms, where there's this element of it where it's like, yeah, okay, I see how they're going for, like, horror elements and jump scares, but it feels kind of forced. Like, I like the original idea of the Backrooms. But once people just turned it into another fucking SCP Foundation thing, it got so boring. There's something scary about, you know, just an endless hallway that, you know, just went on forever, no beginning, no end. There's something scary about that. Adding a bunch of different levels with different rooms and whatnot, it's just kind of boring. It takes in my opinion, it takes the creepiness out of it. Same thing's true for the SCP Foundation. And yeah, Minecraft, a lot of creepypastas were always dumb, right? Yeah, a boss Herobrine would be cool. Right, creepypastas were always kind of stupid, but they had their charms and such. They actually, did you see they actually found the original image of the Backrooms? like where the I want to say it wasn't a it was I want to say it was in New Zealand, right? The original image was taken in New Zealand, and it was for like a was it for like a restaurant or something? I don't know. It's something like that. But yeah, that's something they recently discovered. Within the past like 3 or 4 weeks, they found where the original Backrooms image came from. Yeah, I want to say, for a second, I'm like, was it like the back room of like a Domino's pizza? It's something dumb like that. But yeah. And of course, the real life room isn't like an infinitely repeating hallway. It's, you know, it's just like any creepy image. You know, it's just something very mundane. I don't know, I give a lot of credit to those teams that, you know, try to find original images, like the Backrooms, or, you know, Minecraft has a bunch of seed hunters that were looking, right, like, they found the Herobrine seed. After years of looking, they found that, they found the, the icon image, they found the original Minecraft world that was the title screen. You know, those are real neat projects. Alright, so okay, let's get into WIBE. So what weird stuff do I have to talk about today? What weird stuff do I have to talk about? Speaking of shitty restaurants, I went to Taco Bell, and they have a new, I think it's called a street chicken chalupa. It's like or maybe it's a street cheese chalupa? It's something like that. So I went to Taco Bell, tried this new chicken. It's like a steak street chalupa or something. Honestly, I really liked it. I was not expecting it to be good. I genuinely liked it. Favorite idol group? Oh, Off the Hook, easy. Which one? I don't know. I like them both, honestly. But yeah. No, so yeah, I was not expecting, you know, I was at Taco Bell, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just try this. Because, you know, I just wanted to get my normal chalup, right? I believe in chalupa supremacy at Taco Bell, right? Just the normal, standard chalupa supreme, best thing on the menu. So I was just going to get one of those, and then I saw these, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. They're admittedly smaller, they're like street tacos, so they're admittedly a little smaller. But they were good. I think the cheese flavor was good. The meat was real tender, and I liked it, right? It was seasoned nice. I liked it, right? If you have a chance to try these new Taco Bell street chalupas, or whatever the hell they're called, they're pretty good. I wish they would bring back the just the normal cheesy chalupa, because the cheesy chalupa I remember actually being really good. This one, not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, I was pretty impressed with that. Everything else I had there was, you know, standard Taco Bell affair. I had nacho fries. I still like their nacho fries. I still would not expect Taco Bell to have good fries. Genuinely pretty good. Right? That has not changed. The loaded nacho fries with like the jalapenos and whatnot. Nah, they were fine. I'm personally fine with just the standard ones. I don't really need, like, all the fancy stuff on it. So, yeah. Did I try any other food? I feel like there was something. What was it? Oh, I went to Sonic. So, Sonic Burger is doing their summer, they're doing like these like summer favorites, which is like 10 different like weird sodas that you can try, right? They're like 10 like special combinations, you know, so like they have like a red, white, and they have a rainbow slush, which wasn't bad, but a few days ago I had the, I think it was called like the Flamingo Fiesta or something like that. It's Sprite, cherry flavoring, and sweet cream. Not bad. Not bad at all. Honestly, like, would I get it again? You know, probably not over my typical order. But I don't think, you know, I liked it. I feel like I'm a big drink guy. I'll be honest, like I get what the Mormons are on about with all those, like, soda parlors and whatnot, right? And, like, Crumble, Mormons are, right, that's where Crumble comes from. So, like, I get it. And, yeah, a lot of these definitely feel like Mormon-inspired drinks. Because, if you don't know, Mormons can't do alcohol, but they can do sugar. That's why, like, Crumble is so sweet. If you've ever had Crumble cookies. But yeah, no, they're definitely onto some things when it comes to, you know, sweet drinks. And yeah, I don't think this was bad at all. I'd probably get it again. But they've got a bunch of different things. They've got they've got lemonade coolers. They have like a grape flavor thing that, I'll be honest, I'm never going to get because I hate grape. But it's still interesting that they're doing it. And then the rainbow slush was okay. I didn't mind the rainbow slush at all. So yeah. So the other thing we got to talk about is Mountain Dew. So right, not Baja Blast, but just normal, bog standard not Taco Bell Mountain Dew. Just normal bog standard Mountain Dew. For crumble cookie. Like we get diabetes. Yeah, no, that's why Crumble tastes so good. That's why they're so sweet. Because, right, there are more... Right, because Mormons can't drink beer or wine, so they instead have to find their vice in sugar. And so when they put sugar in things, oh boy, do they put sugar in things. So yeah, there are 3 new flavors of Mountain Dew out right now. They're for the 4th of July. I know the 4th of July was like 2 weeks ago, but I was only able... Okay, 3 weeks ago now. I was only able to find them this week. I've been looking for them. There's a red one, a white one, and a blue one. I have not been able to find the blue one. I honestly can't... I'll look up the names here in a second. I cannot... I just know them by their colors. I have not found the blue one. If I had to guess, the blue one's probably USA, which is just a combination of Code Red, Voltage, and normal Mountain Dew. Maybe it's Whiteout. Maybe Whiteout's the third flavor. I don't know. I've had Dew SA before. Dew SA is okay, right? It's got a lot going on, but it's not bad. At least I'm gonna guess that one's Dew SA. But I did try the other two. So there's a good one and there's a bad one. At least from my point of view, it's bad. So let's talk about the bad one first. The white one. So the white Mountain Dew is... I don't remember what it's called. But it is peach and lemonade flavored. So it's a peach lemonade flavor Mountain Dew. And I'll be honest... I do not like peach flavoring. Because the peach-flavored Mountain Dew is the KFC exclusive one, which I don't think is that great. Like, it's okay. I don't remember. It's like Sarsaparilla Sunset or something like that. It's okay. But the peach lemonade, I was not impressed with it at all. Like, I get how they're going for that, like, American flavor with peach lemonade, but I was not impressed. And yeah, it's definitely, like, I've got a case of them now, and it's just like, oh my god, how am I going to drink all of these? Oh, fuck. Red, white, and blue Mountain Dew. I misspelled dew. I spelled boo. Okay, let's see. The white one is called Freedom Fusion, and it is a combination of, yeah, it's lemonade and peach flavor. Terrible. Terrible in my opinion. I did not care for the white one, the Freedom Fusion. The red one, or let's see. Okay, the blue one is called Liberty Chill, and it is 50 flavors of Mountain Dew combined into one. So that is just do SA. I've had that one before. It's fine. It's a fine one. If I had to rank it on a scale, it might take 1. I haven't had it in a while, but I tried the Mountain Dew at Taco Bell once and it tasted exactly like Sprite. Admittedly, I think Mountain Dew is way better than Sprite. Like, I think there is definitely a difference. At least Baja Blast is. Normal Mountain Dew, I can see the argument, but Baja Blast I think is fantastic. I love me some Baja Blast. And then the third one is called Star Spangled Splash. So the third Mountain Dew, the red one, is called Star Spangled Splash. And it is a red, it says it's red berry. Honestly, I would definitely, you know, we're talking about sugar, like a lot of sugar. This one tastes very sugary. Like, there's a lot of sugar in this one. And if it reminded me of anything yet, I would compare this Star Spangled Splash. You know those, like, bomb popsicles? You know, like the red, white, and blue popsicles? It tastes like a melted one of those. It's not terrible. It probably might be the best one of these 3. Haven't tried Baja Blast yet. Is it like a punch flavor? No. Tropical punch flavor is, Baja Punch. I think it's just called Baja Punch. No, Baja Blast is it's like a lemon lime flavor, but it's different than normal lemon lime Mountain Dew. Like, I don't know how to really describe it. Like, maybe it probably, I would say it's probably more tropical. I don't know, it's just really good. I would say it's either the best or the second best flavor. But no, they do a tropical punch Mountain Dew that is also very good. That I think is just called Baja Punch. Yeah, no, I think Star Spangled Splash, not bad. Right, if I were to choose to have, like, to drink like another pack of one of these, it would definitely be that one. I think that one has the most potential to be good. Would it go in like a top 10 Mountain Dews of all time? Probably not. It's definitely the most original of these. Well, yeah, I think that's the point, is that it's supposed to be a tropical name. But yeah, yeah, they were all okay flavors of Mountain Dew. You know, I didn't mind them. I'm just now stuck with a case of peach Mountain Dew, and it's like, and I did not know it was peach until I drank some, and I was like, oh fuck. Well, now I'm stuck with this. Because I'm not gonna drink much of it. My roommates also hate peach, so it's just kind of like oh fuck, this is bad. To be fair, I still have some of that pineapple Mountain Dew. That pineapple Mountain Dew was not great either. I think that one was called Fusion, Baja Fusion. I don't know, man. I like Mountain Dew. I know it's not the best for you, but man, they do weird and unique flavors. And I like that. I like weird and unique stuff. What can I say? Did I play any video games this week? Actually, I think I did. So I booted up Pokemon Violet. Because I haven't actually played... So I played the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet, but I hadn't played it in Pokemon Violet because I didn't want to shell out the money. This one doesn't count. I play this one every week. So yeah, I right before my phone broke, I of course spent some money to buy the Pokemon Violet DLC, the teal mask and the indigo disc. I did the entirety of the teal mask. You know, I like it. I still like the teal mask. I love the story. I love the 2 characters. Carmen and Kieran. I think they are great supporting cast. Kieran is a fantastic rival. Carmen's a great rival. I love how we're his villain origin story. That's so well... I think it's really well done. I love how we lie to his face, steal his favorite Pokemon, and make his sister like us more than he... Right than he does. It's just... We're so fucking mean to this kid. No wonder he tried to become a supervillain. Like, I get it. So yeah, I did all of the Teal Mask. It was still pretty good. And then I started the Indigo Disc. Did all of the introductory stuff. And now I'm at, like, the Elite Four challenge. And I just haven't touched it since then. But I at least started it, you know? I started the Indigo Disc. I don't know, there was a part of me that wanted to find, like, one of the Pokemon I had, like, you know, kind of like when I streamed it. Where I brought in one of the old Pokemon, right? I brought in Mecha from Sword and Shield, and was like, hey, welcome back to the team, Mecha. It's been a long time. I kind of wanted to do the same thing in Violet, but when I went looking through all my old Pokemon, I was like, there's nobody I really want to bring back. Right? Like, there's nobody who really, like, stood out as, like, a... Oh yeah, you should definitely be on the team for this go-around. Especially because I really like my Pokemon Violet team. I think my Pokemon Violet team's pretty good, pretty well-rounded. So I didn't really feel like it needed anybody else. You know? So yeah. But, you know, I started it. I still, some point in the next, like, 2 weeks... I want to play Super Mario RPG. It's not that long of a game. Supposedly, you can, like, beat the whole thing in, like, I want to say, like, 14 hours. Which is, for, like, an RPG, that's not long at all. Right? 14 hours for a full RPG, that's not bad. So, I want to play Super Mario RPG, the Super Mario RPG remake. I just can't bring myself... Right? I just can't bring myself to do it. Because even though I know it's relatively short, when I think RPG, I think a 300-hour game. Okay, a 100-hour game. I was being facetious. So, yeah. It's something I'll get... Sometime before the end of July, I want to get around to it. So yeah, I don't think I played anything else. Oh, I guess I should talk about my mother playing Tears of the Kingdom. So where is my mother in Tears of the Kingdom? Where we left off last time, she was fighting Colgera. You didn't miss anything. She was fighting Colgera, right? I think that's where we left off last week. It took her 2 days to beat Colgera. You know, I think of Colgera as the easiest boss fight in that game. Because you literally just have to slam through its holes 6 times. I think it's a super easy fight. No, it took her forever to do that. It took her more tries to beat Colgera than it did the Muktarok. She just struggled to do it, right? Just to slam through the holes and whatnot. She got killed very easily. She took a lot of simple hits. But she did do it. She beat Colgera. After that, she went... I don't remember if she'd went up to the canyon by this point. You know what? I hope we get a Legend of Link amiibo. Now that we know that amiibo aren't dead, I hope we get an Echoes of Wisdom Zelda amiibo. Because we have a Link's Awakening Link amiibo. I would love an Echoes of Wisdom Zelda. That'd be so cool. I don't think it's gonna happen. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool if it did. There's still time to announce it, I think. So yeah, after that, I can't remember if she had gone down into the, canyon to go get the map. There's like a map at the bottom of the canyon behind the goddess statue that tells you the location of all the memories. But she went... At some point, she went and got that map and started hunting down all of the memories. She got all the Yiga gear as well. I think she already had 2 of the pieces, but she found the final one. Because it's not too far from there. From the bottom of the canyon. So she did all that. She started hunting down the memories. She found all of the memories. Figured out the reveal that, hey, spoiler alert for Tears of the Kingdom. It's just for brand recognition. That's it. That's the only reason they didn't name it Legend of Link. Brand recognition. But yeah, so she found... spoiler alert for Tears of the Kingdom. She found out that Zelda is the Light Dragon. And it was one of those things where when I was talking to her about it, it was like, why, what? I can't believe this. I know, because she had been, so one of the things I had been doing, at least whenever I was, over there with her, helping her out, I had been telling her, like she'd look up in the sky, she'd see a dragon, and I'd be like, hey, look, a dragon. So I had been basically every time she saw the light dragon, I had been pointing out like, hey, look, a dragon. I'd never told her it was the light dragon. She had never really looked into it. But I had been hinting like, hey, look, there's a dragon. I had been bringing, and it only happened 3 times. But I had brought attention to the light dragon 3 times. Because I know one of them was during the Muckrock boss fight. And then once she got the big reveal, she was like, oh my god. Because I think the game kind of plays its hand just a little early with the Sheikah Slate memory, where it talks about the immortal dragon. I feel like the second the game says immortal dragon, that's what Zelda did. And I was like, they give away the game. So she kind of figured it, at least, again, what she told me. She figured it out a little early. But she did do it. She found she did the final memory. She didn't cry, right? If you remember me playing through the game, I cried. So yeah, she didn't cry. At least, if she did, she didn't admit it. And then she went and she got the Master Sword. She had enough stamina to get it. I made sure she had enough. Like a week ago or so. So she had enough stamina. She was able to pull the Master Sword. And yeah, she's got all that. Now she's, at least from what she told me, she's over in Goron Village. She's basically ready to beat the game. Of course, unaware about all the Minora stuff. Right, she has no idea about the Construct Forge, so I'm gonna let her figure that out on her own. But yeah, she thinks she's doing the final Goron quest before she beats the game. She's in for, not a rude awakening, but a bit of a surprise. But yeah, no, she's making good progress. I would definitely say she's definitely over halfway through the game. How far over halfway? I don't know. But she's definitely over halfway. Pulling the Master Sword is a big deal. Getting all the memories. She's completed the map. She has not gone to the Great Deku Tree, but I honestly don't think she's going to, because she does not like going underground. So she's probably never going to go to the Great Deku Tree. But other than that, she's doing okay. And yeah, that's her with Zelda. But yeah, she just made a beeline for all the memories. And then she was able to get up to the Light Dragon using the tower and Akala. Right? Because the Light Dragon spawns, right there after you do the final cutscene. So she was just able to use the tower to hop on it. Easy peasy. And yeah. Alright, so that's that. What else do I have to talk about tonight? Oh my gosh. Nah, that's a collab. I would love to do a stream of her playing Pikmin. I think it would be so funny to see her play Pikmin for the first time. Learn that non-blue Pikmin can't swim. Learn about the water wraith. I think that would all be very funny, but she refuses. She just downright refuses. But I think it would be hilarious. Yeah, I think it would be hilarious. But, because trust me, I've propositioned her about it. I don't know. Alright, so the next thing I got to talk about is Superman. So, My Adventures with Superman is still going. The season finale of My Adventures with Superman is on Sunday. It is a fantastic show. If you're not watching it, oh my god, it's so good. You know, adults are watching The Boys, kids are watching Superman, and they're both equally good. I say that, but no, I'm watching Superman, and Superman's so fucking good. But because of watching Superman, and we'll talk about the new episode here in a minute, but I've been on a bit of a Superman kick. I've been like, you know what? I kind of want to read some Superman comics now. Because there's a lot of classic comics that I've just never read, like All-Star Superman. I have never read All-Star Superman. I still haven't. But I dug my copy out of storage, so maybe this time I'll actually get around to reading it. But instead, I picked up 3 books. I picked up Superman Red and Blue, which I have not read yet. That only it only came in this morning, so I have not read that one. But I picked up Superman For All Seasons and Superman Smashes the Klan, plus like 1 or 2 other things. And I read both of those. So I want to talk real quickly about both of those. So the first one, Superman For All Seasons. So this is a Superman comic. It's 4 comics, 1 for each season of the year. So, you know, it starts off in spring, it goes to summer, then fall, and then it ends in winter. And it's about if you've never read a Superman comic, honestly, I could see this being a great place to start. I think this one gets a lot of, like, core ideas about Superman in it. You know, it's got a lot of core aspects of the character. As far as I know, right, this is where the line, hey, I like your suit. Thanks, my mom made it for me. As far as I know, that's where that line, this comic is where that line comes from. And that's such an important Superman line, in my opinion. So, 4 seasons, right, the first one is about, right, it's Clark, he's growing up, you know, he's developing his powers, and his parents are a little scared, right? They're worried about what's going to happen to him, but they love him. It has a narrator being Pa Kent, right? Like, we get the story from, like, the dad's perspective, kind of. So, it's a great, right? It's a great start. I love that. And then from there, right, Superman moves away from town. A large element of the comic deals with him and Lana Lang, who is kind of like Superman's first girlfriend, right? Everyone knows Superman dates Lois Lane, but before Lois, there was Lana, kind of. At least continuity-wise, maybe not like creation-wise, but like continuity-wise. And a lot of the comics deals with her, because, you know, they're both supposed to move out of town, right? The first issue ends with him telling her that he has superpowers before he moves to Metropolis. I was really enjoying it. The second issue is about Lois Lane, right? Comes from her perspective, and it just tells the story of Lex, right? We find out about Lex Luthor and how him and Superman hate each other. Right, it talks about his adventures over the summer. All real good stuff. And, right, we see Superman save people. You know, bunch of classic Superman stuff. Fall takes place from Lex Luthor's perspective, where it's after Superman has gotten him arrested. He's just been bailed out of jail. And he does, like, the classic, like, oh, Metropolis is my city. I built this city. I love this city. And sure, she turned her back on me today. But, right, I'm gonna make her love me again. So he basically creates like this like poisonous gas that spreads throughout town and is like puts everyone to sleep, and if like over a long exposure it'll kill everyone. So of course Lex Luthor, right, Superman goes to Lex because he's unaffected. And there's like this woman who was a Superman fangirl, but she becomes like a villain question mark, a hero named Toxin, and basically she creates a cure. But in the process of distributing the cure, it kills her, right? Which was all Lex Luthor's plan the entire time. To show that, right, no matter what Superman does, in the end he will always fail. And Lex Luthor tells him to leave. And it's really good. I like that they do it from Lex Luthor's perspective. I think it works really well. And then the 4th issue is Winter. We're back in, right, Superman at the end of the 3rd issue runs away. He goes back to live with Ma and Pa. There he meets back up with Lana. And, you know, they kind of start dating again. This is, you have that classic moment where Lois is about to figure out that Clark Kent is Superman. But, you know, she puts the pieces together and is like, nah, that's ridiculous. There's no way that's the truth. Because right back in Metropolis, there's no Superman, and Lex Luthor has like an army of like sky robots that are like messing with people. And yes, you know, you get this classic Superman story. The dam in town almost breaks. His dad almost dies. And this makes him realize, like, yeah, the world needs a Superman. So he leaves Lana, goes back to Lois, goes back to Metropolis, and becomes Superman again. And that's it. That's the whole story. It's super simple, but it is so well executed. The writing is fantastic. The heart of Superman is here. The art is beautiful. Just an absolute great comic. It's one of those things where it's like, I can't believe I've never read this before. Like, this is quintessential Superman. And so I'm really glad I finally got around to reading it. I picked up the Absolute Edition, which is it might still be 50% off. But when I picked it up, yeah, it was 50% off. Which is the whole reason I picked it up in the first place, because it was half off. And I was like, oh shit. And there's a bunch of little extra material, you know, stuff like that. And that's all neat. But yeah, no, if you've never read it, it's an easy recommendation for me. Superman for All Seasons. And then the other comic I read was Superman Smashes the Klan. So this is a book that I think came out in like 2020. I remember hearing a lot about it, but I didn't actually pick it up then. So when I saw For All Seasons was on sale, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll pick up Superman Smashes the Klan as well. It was kind of like one of those things where it's like, hey, you bought this, you might also like this. You know, Amazon and their dirty tactics. God, let's not even get started on Prime Day. But I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah, you're right. I do probably also want to read that. So I picked it up. It's 3 issues. I think it is technically styled more as like a graphic novel style like book, and less as like a comic book, because the chapters feel a little longer. But it's about, right, these 2 kids who move from Chinatown into like mainstream Metropolis, and their house and their family gets targeted by the Klan. They don't use the term like KKK, they instead use the Klan of Fiery Crosses, right? Classic comic book, oh, we're not going to say Nazi, we're going to say Hydra. I know what you mean, comic. This definitely is geared towards younger audiences. Like, there's definitely this, like, young adult aspect to this book. And I'm talking, like, middle school. I'm talking, yeah, like, middle school, maybe early high school. And, yeah, I think it's really well done. I think they get all the imagery right, the way they depict the Klan. Because, right, there's, like, this kid on the local baseball team. Because the brother, right, we mostly follow the daughter, or the girl, but there's also an older brother. And he wants to play on the local baseball team, but there's this other kid who doesn't want him to, because, they're both pitchers. Like, there's nothing race about it at all. But you find out his uncle is, like, a grand scorpion of the Klan, and he blames everything on race. And you see this kid, like, right, try to cope with the fact that his uncle is a bad person. And, right, his struggles with that. And, right, we see these kids deal with racism, right? They get a cross burned in front of their house, right? The clan tries to light their house on fire. They kidnap the older brother. Meanwhile, Superman, right, he's dealing with the fact that, right, he's an alien. Because, right, Superman's been... both these stories deal with, like, a Superman who hasn't, like, fully developed his powers yet. At least at the start. And yeah, this one's like Superman is, right, known for being, like, faster than a speeding bullet. He can leap tall buildings with a single bound, but he can't fly. Because, you know, he flew as a kid, and people thought he was weird because of that the one time he did it. So now he doesn't want to do it anymore. And, right, you find out, spoiler alert, that the big, like, head of the clan wants to kill Superman because he's an alien. Right? Like, there's this whole... Because that is a very important aspect of Superman's character. Reading both of these comics have made me think about, like, yeah, Superman is, right, he's an alien. It's definitely made me, like, examine more of that identity of him, like, being... Right, like, being, like, an illegal immigrant, I guess you would say. Because they put that into stark focus. And they also put his religion into stark focus. Right? Like, I feel like there's... Because, you know, Superman is a Christian, Catholic, Presbyterian. I don't think they ever exactly specifically say, but I definitely reading these comics definitely made me think about, like, wait, what religion is Superman? Like, you know, like, how does his, like, religion function into everything? And I'm sure there's a story that goes big into that. You know, Superman meets Jesus. But, you know, I think it's interesting. But yeah, no, I think Superman Smashes the Klan was great. I loved their Clark Kent. I love their Lois Lane. Jimmy Olsen, right, has a big role to play in this one as well. I love the girl gets a Superman jacket, right? Superman gives her his cape, and the mom makes it into a jacket, and it just looks so cool. Man, you would be the coolest kid in the world to have one of those. Like, I get it. But yeah, no, it's really good. It has a good ending. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I understand why everyone was talking about it back in 2020. Should I have probably read it then? Yeah, probably. But I'm glad I read it now. You know? And yeah, I think for, like, a kid who really likes Superman, right, this is, like, a good lesson on, you know, racism and whatnot. Like, I get why they skewered this towards younger audiences. Like, it makes sense. So, yeah. So, I'm going to read Superman Red and Blue. We'll talk more about it next week. But that's the other one I picked up. Man, this is the first... It's honestly the first time I've read a DC comic in a long time. Because I have not read a single DC comic since Heroes in Crisis. I hated that story so much, and how it just assassinated Wally West's character, that I have not read a single DC story since then. I know they fixed Wally West, right? They put him in the Mobius chair or whatever. Still, I have not read a single DC comic since then. That left such a sour taste in my mouth. But no, I actually read some Superman. So yeah. Good job, DC Comics. I guess, kind of, maybe. So let's talk about the TV show. So we actually have two DC TV shows to talk about. My Adventures with Superman and Kite Man. Let's talk Superman first. So here in the penultimate episode, Jimmy, Lois, and Kara return to Earth. They get captured by Amanda Waller. We see Lois is inside Clark's head, and right, there's robot versions of his parents who are trying to, like, eliminate Lois, but she's stuck in a time loop. Every time they try to, like, delete her from the program, it just resets her back to when she first arrived. So she basically has to go through this time loop, trying to convince Clark who he really is, that his parents and all of this aren't real. And eventually she has to admit that, yeah, love takes courage and that she loves him. And it's a really good ending, man. That whole Lois thing is really good. It's definitely a there's a lot of Gurren Lagann references in here. I hope I pronounced that right. But it all works really well. I was really impressed with it. The Jimmy stuff, you know, they break out. They break out. Kara's feeling useless because she can't stop evil Clark, Brainiac. But then Steve is like, because, you know, Steve, the news anchor, breaks them out. And he's like, you know, Superman gets beat up all the time. Listen, this is not, right, don't get hung up on this. It's okay. So yeah, you get some words of wisdom from him. She, eventually Brainiac shows up. They use the Metallos to fight him, like Lex Luthor's Metallos. Get their ass kicked. The Metallos don't work, at least not as well as they're supposed to. Kara ends up fighting Brainiac, and around that time, right, Lois is able to break him free. Brainiac goes to use, like, this mega laser. Kara stops the first hit, and right as she's about to die from the second hit, saving people, Superman steps in. We see his new outfit. They added a lot. The new outfit is, you know, it's similar. They added more gold to it, which I think looks nice. But I don't like that they removed the shorts. I think shorts are an essential part, right? The shorts, the tights, whatever you call them. I think they are an essential part of the Superman character design. And I'm really disappointed that they removed them. But you think back to the first episode, and in the first episode he didn't have the shorts either, because his mom made them for him. So I hope that happens again here. I hope that, yeah, you know, after he's got the new suit, his mom makes some new shorts. I hope it all works out. I'm more worried about what they're going to do with Kara's costume, because we're definitely going to see that next episode. But in the end, he takes the laser hit. Then Brainiac takes control of the Metallos, turns them on Lex and Amanda, turns them on Superman. He deploys like an anti-kryptonite shield. And yeah, basically the episode ends with them not in a good place. Right? Both Kara and Clark have been knocked down. And, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with them. Yeah, there's only one more episode left in the season. And I am very excited, because the show has been great, and I'm very curious to see what they're going to do for this final episode. My one hope, and I think I mentioned this last week, I hope Steel comes back. You know, we had it, episode 3 or 4 was all about Steel, and I love Steel. Steel's really cool, right? He's my favorite Superman variant. Him or Connor. But I like Steel. So I'm kind of like, I want Steel to come back to save, right? I want him in, right as they're about to get hit for a third time. Right? Kara took the first one. Clark took the second one. Let Steel come in and save them by taking the third one. They're able to get up, and hey, the three work together to defeat Brainiac. Or even just the two of them, because, you know, Steel goes off to deal with the Metallos or something. I don't know, they can figure it out. I think that's a good idea. That's kind of, I want something like that. I want Kara and Jimmy to end up together, right? Even if it's not something that's meant to last, I at least want them to start dating, right? That'd be fun. Let them have another ice cream date. Yeah, that's tomorrow. And then I have not seen the season finale of The Boys. I love the fact that it was called Assassination Run, but then they had to change the episode's title. Fuck, man. You know, The Boys, they've got so much to work with on the next season. Like, they've only got one season left. But, oh my gosh, are they going to have a field day? But no, we got one more episode of The Boys. I just hope they work in that Trump is the Chosen One song. I hope they find a way to make, like, a parody of that. Because that just fits the show so fucking perfectly. As, like, Trump cultists do it ironically, right? Non-ironically. the boys would do it ironically and just be amazing at it. God, I love that show. I really need... the only reason I haven't watched it is because I didn't watch Gen V. I did not watch Gen V, so as a result, I have not watched the new season of The Boys. But I'll get around to it. I'm sure we'll talk about it. So that brings us to the last thing, Kite Man. So the Kite Man show is a spin-off of the Harley Quinn animated show. I love the Harley Quinn animated show. It's really good, really funny. And so when they announced they were doing a Kite Man show, I was like, you know, okay, I like Kite Man in the show. I like the last time we saw him, they gave him a new girlfriend. Because, you know, Ivy left him at the altar. And I liked the new girlfriend, Golden Glider. And yeah, that's kind of my feeling on these first 2 episodes. I like Kite Man and Golden Glider. I think they're a good couple. They're very couples goals, right? They're super supportive of each other. They love each other, despite what the other one's harebrained schemes are. I have no idea if Golden Glider is a comics character or if she was just created for this show. It really feels like she was just created for this show, but you never know with these things. But I really like her and Kite Man's relationship, right? Because the main premise of the show is that basically Kite Man and her buy a bar, right? They buy Noonan's, and now they're trying to, like, restart the business, right? They're already, like, 10 million in the hole. So now they've got to make back all their money, right? The second episode is about them hiring this woman named Malice. And, right, she's just a disaster. And, right, her cat Cheshire eats a bunch of people. And then at the end of the episode, you find out that her godfather is Darkseid. And then the background plot, Lex Luthor, is he's acquired the anti-life equation. And he's trying to hide it from Darkseid. So he decides to hide it in the bar, where, right, oh, it's this random no-name bar. Nobody will ever know to check for the anti-life equation here, especially not Darkseid. Of course, Darkseid's now they're hanging out drinking, oh god, what is it? It's not it's Arnold Palmer's, but he calls them something else. He names them after, like, a different golf player. You know, it's Darkseid. So I'm pretty sure Lex Luthor is voiced by Lance Reddick, right? I want to say this was, like, one of his last roles before he passed away, but I think Darkseid is also voiced by Lance Reddick, right? I'm pretty sure they're both voiced by the same guy, because I swear Lex Luthor was voiced by somebody different in the Harley Quinn show. Harley Quinn and Ivy do make a cameo in the first episode, right? They go to them asking for money, and Ivy's like, well, we don't have the money. But, you know, you're supervillains. Just go fucking steal it. And so that's exactly what they do. So yeah, it was a fine first 2 episodes. I'm not gonna act like it's anything amazing. I didn't really find the comedy that funny. If I'm just being honest, like, there were some okay jokes, but there were some jokes I just didn't care for. They brought Bane as one of the main, right? He's the bouncer at the bar. The Bane jokes are okay in the Harley Quinn show. I really like what they do with Joker in that show, where they make him a stepdad, like a suburban stepdad. That's really fucking funny. The Bane stuff, sometimes it's okay. It's like Clayface. Like, I was really glad in the 4th season of Harley Quinn that, like, Clayface was only in a single episode, because it was just a joke that had kind of run its length. And I kind of feel the same thing about Bane, where I'm kind of like, this joke has kind of run its length, right? But no, clearly the writers find it hilarious. I don't know, honestly, I feel like the ultimate Bane joke were in the Valentine's Day special, where he becomes giant, fucks a bunch of buildings, and then gets a girlfriend, who I wish they would follow up with that, because I think the idea, kind of like how they gave Joker, right, a wife, I feel like the idea of giving Bane a BDSM girlfriend is a very funny idea that they just never follow up on. Yeah, it was, you know, Kite Man's okay. I like him in Golden Glider. Right? I think they're a good relationship. So I like what they do with that. Yeah, it was fine. Alright. And yeah, I guess that brings us to the end of the show. Oh my god. I'm so tired. But I have work in the morning. Yay. Fuck. Ugh, my mouth is so dry. Oh shit. Cancel. Oh, so I did pick up there's that new NES World Championships game. I did pick it up. I have not played it. Right? I've been busy with the whole, you know, fixing my phone thing. You know, just to try to get that working. So I have not played it. I do plan on playing it sometime in the next week. But I have not touched it since. Oh, you're like brand new. Ugh. So, yeah, I haven't touched that. So what's the plan coming up? So my goal is on Sunday. Sunday is Pikmin 4's 1-year anniversary. So my hope is that we're going to play all of Pikmin in a single stream. We're just going to do the entire games in just one single stream, and hopefully it goes great. Right, I hope everything goes great. I hope we're able to do everything. It might be a very long stream. Like, if it's a 12-hour stream, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's the plan at the moment. Hopefully I can just get enough sleep beforehand. Because, God, that's been I've been getting terrible sleep recently. So that's like the one big thing I gotta worry about. But other than that, I am excited to play Pikmin 4 again, you know. That should be a good time, and, you know, anything else we do. But yeah. It's the one upcoming stream. I keep meaning to get more Zelda videos done for the TikTok. It's something that for the past week I've been like, I really need to sit down and do the next stream, part 13. And I just haven't. Yeah, I really need to, and I just haven't. Oh, we should check the shops. Yeah, I forgot about the shops. Ugh. But yeah, so that's the plan at the moment. We'll be back on Sunday. We'll be here with some Pikmin. Should hopefully be a good time. Don't care about Sheldon's weapons. Nothing here and nothing here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we got for tonight. We'll be back. We'll be back on Sunday with Pikmin, and we'll be back Friday for In Chat. You know, maybe there'll finally be some news, and we don't have to talk about this Nintendo horror game again. I still don't remember when it releases. I know we were talking about that earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, I should figure out when it releases. I don't think we ever did. Give me a second. August 29th. Yep. Sure. I previously said Nintendo didn't have a game launching in August, so it coming out August 29th makes perfect sense. But it'd be neat if they put the original Famicom Detective Club on sale. Right, the original 2 games. That'd be cool. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to end off for tonight, so I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.